Liz Beckman. I'm here from Saskatoon, Canada in Cuba, and I'm here for a wrestling cultural exchange with the Cuban athletes in Havana. So specifically with our athletes, it's been really great being able to see the way that Cubans wrestle compared to the way that Canadians wrestle and just the different techniques. It's really exciting because it makes the students have to think differently about the way that they move, and it challenges them to think about wrestling in a different way than we usually think about it in Canada. So this trip has been really exciting for me as an educator, and I really think that it would be important for other educators to come and do this. I teach English as a second language, and so it's been a really great eye-opening experience for me to just see what it feels like to not completely understand what's going on, and gives me more empathy for my students. I also think it's really important for our students as Canadians to go and see other cultures. It gives them greater empathy for what's happening in the world, and it's just really important that they be able to see all of the new, see all of the things that they might not see in Canada.
Okay, I'm Bella. I am from Canada, and I'm here on a wrestling trip with my school, which is Centennial Collegiate from Saskatoon. I think my three favorite highlights are training with all these amazing wrestlers, going to the beach has been really fun, and then the aquarium was just an amazing experience to see all the sea life that they have here. I've been learning a lot of new techniques here in Cuba. There are a lot of different ways of doing things than back home, so it's really going to help improve me as a wrestler because nobody's going to know what I'm doing, so I can beat them easier. I think people should definitely do this program if they're athletes rather than come as just a tourist, because you get to learn so much more and you get to meet so many amazing people through the sport you're doing, and you just become a better athlete. So definitely come as an athlete rather than a tourist. I would definitely recommend this program to my training partners back home and every athlete back where I come from in Saskatoon. It's just a perfect way to improve yourself as an athlete.
Hi, my name is Sierra, and I am from Tommy Douglas Collegiate in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and we're here for a wrestling trip.
Hi, I'm Kiera Kirkpatrick. I'm from Centennial Collegiate in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'm also here for a wrestling trip.
It's definitely different coming from such a cold climate to hot climate. You definitely sweat a lot more, and it's definitely a little bit different, but the Cuban wrestlers are like really good, and they teach. Well, my partner has taught me a lot of cool new things that I've never learned before. So, yeah.
I think the wrestling experience in Cuba has really helped me grow in my wrestling ability, because there's just so many different ways to do different moves that I never knew, and yeah, definitely just different kind of wrestling because of the hot weather.
I definitely recommend coming to Cuba. The experience is great. You learn a bunch of new things, not only in wrestling but in history and kind of like their culture.
I really enjoy this trip because it was just, you were never on your own or wondering what to do, because there was always activities provided where you could learn and grow in your wrestling ability and cultural understanding.
I would definitely say that the trip has exceeded my expectations, especially in terms of what the technique is. This is really high-level athletes, and to have our kids exposed to this type of athleticism has just been really invaluable to their practices back at home. And then, you know, just the company has been going above and beyond to help us out. It's just been outstanding to see how the Cubans are just really there to anticipate any needs that we have, and it's just been a really great experience.
my name is Grosjean from Tommy Douglas Collegiate in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. This is our first time on this trip. It's been a great trip. In the past, we've done other trips to Maui, through the States, Vegas, Colorado, and so on. But this trip's been unbelievable. I thank Armin Janot and Rob Moore, who had previously done this trip through Canada to Cuba, which is a great program. So some of the highlights on the tour have been obviously the wrestling. The kids here are very tough, very good wrestlers. Their knowledge of the sport is really good, and just their movement patterns is superior to our kids that we have from Saskatoon. Other little things, just being able to see how other countries react, how they act, and not only that, but how the city is set up. It's an old city, so it's good for them to see some great history on, about Cuba and how Cuba has come to be. Last thing I think that's great is for them to see just how other schools work, and the ability to see that, the education systems all over the world are very different, and it's good to see how ours is compared to the Cuban education. Just to finish off, like I said, the wrestling here is great, and I think it's good for our kids back home to see, the facilities that they use, and how these kids that we're wrestling with are some of the best in the country, but are still taking the time to work with our kids and show them. And you look behind me now, having a great time together, and that experience is something that these kids will never forget.
I think everybody should do this trip because it was just an absolutely amazing experience. I got to see a whole different culture. I'm learning words in a different language, and it's just overall such an amazing experience to enjoy. Please like and share this video so we can get more people coming to Cuba and learning how to be better athletes. Thank you for watching.